Folks, it has happened again. Beardo has stumbled upon a topic so common and important that he has somehow forgotten to discuss it. How could it be that he's ignored reads? He doesn't know, as it's a question he should have asked himself 3 years ago. But hey, better late than never, am I right? But the questions we'll be asking ourselves here today are as follows. What are reads? Where can we find them nowadays? And how can we ultimately use them to our advantage? Let's discuss. And we can answer one of those inquiries rather quickly, as it should come as no surprise that the majority of our reads will be coming from the hentai-filled swamps of any of our worlds, especially if there happens to be a reed trap set piece in play. Thing is, however, these last 3 years have also added plenty of new sources of the stuff, like the rocky beaches and lunar archipelagos of the lunar island itself, the King of the Merms and his ever-changing loot table that very recently added reads to the list, and even the new Moon Key Island that we will be discussing more of soon enough. But do not forget this. Tumbleweeds have also been dropping reads for ages, so in the end, our options are numerous. Take advantage. But why, you ask? What makes reads so special? Well, believe it or not, picking reads leads to material called cut reads, and while the stuff is nothing but fuel by its lonesome, its crafts are bloody amazing, even if a reed's growth time itself can leave a lot to be desired. When picked, all reads, yes, including the new and upcoming Monkeytails, are going to take 3 days to regrow and will not continue said growth come the winds of winter. Now that is hardly a surprise really, but this might just be. Reads are now a part of Regrowth, folks. Mere months ago, they received the opportunity to respawn even if fully destroyed, but do note that this regrowth will only take place in spring and takes roughly 5 days to process. Still, it has got to be one of the best quality of life update tweaks that we have ever seen. But no, those quality of life updates didn't really bring the opportunity for reads to be transplantable, as we still cannot dig them up. Which, I suppose, balances it all out, right? Or does it? Because what if we have a brand spanking new way to get reads that has completely changed the game? Folks, say hello to the Moon Key Islands Monkeytails. Again, they will work identically to normal reads. However, they can be dug up and transplanted anywhere we please, making them 10 times better immediately. You will have to fertilize them yourself though, so bear that in mind. To continue, the island's unnatural portal will also spew out quote-unquote free Monkeytails occasionally, but can't be forced to do so and drop one guaranteed via giving it moon gleams caught in moon storms. And yes, you heard me right. One Monkeytail and then some guaranteed with this method. And with all that in mind, the reed game has changed forever. Which leads to our final question here today. How do we actually use reads effectively? Well, even though plenty to follow will catch the eye, I don't think anyone can deny just how incredible Papyrus is. Refined from 4 reads itself, Papyrus goes into all of this itself. Seriously, there is so much crap here that Papyrus earned its very own video literally while I was filming this one, as there was no way I was going to cover all this on top of what we have to cover next. So stay tuned. So then, we best get to talking the best reed crafts that we actually can showcase here, yes? Like Pan Flutes. Most will first get one free from around the Glommer statue, but they are craftable as you can see, so make a big mental note here. But Pan Flutes themselves are very straightforward, folks. Play them, and mobs in a given radius catch themselves a snooze. Typically a longer snooze than, say, sleep darts, mind you. The thing is, though, over time we have learned to use them strategically when confronting or avoiding danger like mob waves or dragonflies in rage mechanics, while also learning that they are not exactly foolproof either. This slumber doesn't last if we disturb it at the end of the day. But yes, Pan Flutes are obviously amazing tools nonetheless, with a crap ton of uses. Use them as you please, but perhaps not fully, as they are expensive buggers after all. Clever disguises, on the other hand, are not. And with some recent updates, they are also far better than ever before. A Wort exclusive craft, they now last 15 days and essentially transform anyone into a merm with everything that comes with, including frog neutrality. Weber and Wartox can also hide from otherwise hostile bunnymen too, but do note that pigmen are going to attack all disguises on sight. And yes, being taken for a merm also means that all characters will be able to trade with the king of the worms himself, so have fun. But next up, the Luxury Fan. It is a fantastic craft, albeit a potentially elusive one, as you will likely have to have killed a Muskus or her mosslings for down feathers, as you can see. But still, it will be well worth the effort, as not only will each of a fan's 15 uses cool us and those around us, mind you, by 50 degrees instantly, but all fires and smoldering objects will also be put out on sight. These things are amazing, everyone, so get you some. Blow darts, on the other hand, are kind of hit and miss in this regard, in my opinion, as I'd say half of them are great, while the other half are really not worth our time. Normal blow darts are obviously pretty good with their range capabilities and 100 damage per spit, so I really don't think we need to stay too long on them. But fire darts have gone way too long without having some love. They deal no initial damage and can only cause fire damage to anything that they hit, and this fire damage cannot stack. Nah, these things are pure garbage 9 times out of 10. Sleep darts, on the other hand, do have use, although they too are outclassed at the end of the day, especially when we can literally just make Pan Flutes with the same materials, essentially. But in short, these sleep darts render mobs asleep, with all mobs requiring a certain number of shots to actually fall asleep. And that's the kicker. Some take 1 to 3 shots, while others can take 4 to 5. Plus, bosses gain sleep resistance the more we put them to bed, so eventually, any use of these things is worthless. They're not bad, they're just not great either. But finally, electric darts have the potential to deal 150 damage per shot if the targets are wet, and I believe that fact is gonna speak for itself. Enjoy spitting your enemies to death here today. But to wrap up our day, 2 last crafts. Wort's Crafts Merm houses require reeds for 1 merm per, and all survivors can now create 4 pieces of marsh turf with 1 cut reed if need be. Make notes. And there you have it, everyone. A very long overdue guide on reeds within Don't Starve Together that will help set the stage for an even longer overdue guide on papyrus within Don't Starve Together soon enough. Still, I would like to think that we totally planned this by just waiting for Monkeytails to be added so that we can finally talk transplantable reeds so that we can drive home just how flippin' good they are. So perhaps it's a good thing we waited, right? But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Be sure to make that paper, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.